Officials for tonight's fifth game, Darrell Gerritsen and Don Murphy with Jake O'Donnell, the alternate. We'll tip them off in a moment. The starting lineups as we gave them to you, only one team in the last 13 years has won the final series without the benefit of the home court in the NBA. That was Boston in 1969. They won it here. New York can do it tonight. Los Angeles, wearing the gold light-colored uniforms, control the opening tip, and Goodrich drives it and missed it. And the rebound is out of bounds, and it's New York's ball. The York Knicks, wearing the dark blue, have Earl Monroe and Walt Frazier in the backcourt. Bill Bradley, Willis Reed, and Dave DeBusschere on the front line. DeBusschere coming off a 33-point performance last Tuesday night. Jerry West, moving. Here's a look. DeBusschere. Earl Monroe finds a crack in the defense. We got a whistle by Darrell Gerritsen. And it's a turnover for the New York Knicks. The first of the ball game as Goodrich brings it up against Earl Monroe. Goodrich has not had a big ball game in the series. By Dave DeBusschere and the crowd here at the Forum enjoying their love against the ball tonight. Chamberlain backs up for the inbound play. Bill Bridges is number 32. Los Angeles has turned it over 80 times, New York only 54 times. Willis Reed, basket.
You know, there are a couple of things that we might go over as we talk about this game. Jerry West is injured, and the type of injury that he has will not hurt him offensively. Where he'll really be hurt is defensively. And another thing I think we might take note of is the fact, talking about the Lakers, but throughout his career, Gil Goodrich has consistently had big games when there's a very important game, and they can't get any more important than the Lakers game tonight.
Jim McMillan hit the basket that tied it at 2. With 10 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the first quarter. Jerry West is yet to put it up. He has the ball in the corner right now. Goodrich. And we get a whistle before the foul. Earl Monroe called for the personal foul. Take another look. Watch Goodrich 25 as Monroe comes to get him and grabs him.
You know, that's a tough call. Since they're using hand checking, it's a tough call for referees to call because the guys got their hands on each other all the time. It's like the bump and run defense they use in football.
Chamberlain missing that finger roll, going for the rebound, fouled. His first personal of the night. First for Los Angeles, score 2-2, 9:50 to go, first quarter. Bill Bradley's first shot. The scores of the previous games, Los Angeles won the opener here by 3, and all the games so far in this series have just been tantalizingly tough. We're even at 4 with 9:25 to go in the first quarter. Earl Monroe gives it back to Reed. Foul. Foul is on Chamberlain.
Shot that he intended to make it. First he threw it up there nice and soft, but it didn't do too much. Well, you can't do it soft, you gotta do it the hard way. Now that was an emphasis on it that time.
They called the foul on Bridges, not Chamberlain. Bridges. His first. Reed's wide open. Bridges comes too late. Chamberlain stayed under the basket.
Now what Willis Reed is doing, he's staying within his shooting range, and when the guys go to the hoop, and Chamberlain has to switch, then they pass it to Reed, and he's a pretty good shooter from where he is.
We're tied again at 6, and it starts out like one of those barn burners. right. Bridges is trying to switch off and get to Reed.
Well, they were little steps. They wanted to drill long ones. Well, he didn't take long ones anyway.
We've got a foul. Dave DeBuscher blocking. That's his first personal.
Now, the Knickerbockers do a lot of offensive technique. Letting block so the guys can get free from shots.
DeBuscher comes down to rebound it. Garrettson and Murphy are the referees. McMillan almost had it. Earl Monroe working against Gail Goodrich. Gets away from it. The rebound goes to Bill Bridges. New York does not start tonight as hot as they did on Tuesday. Jerry West. Oh, no. Hit the top of the board and came back into Reed.
And the Knickerbockers, the last game, they did something they don't usually do. They did a lot of fast breaking.
Frazier gets the pole at the start. West against Bradley on the baseline. It's Goodrich on top. Neither team shooting well. Bradley.
The Knickerbocker fast break. They don't use it too much. But when they use it, they're very effective with it because they run it so controlled so well.
With 7:15 to go in the first quarter of play, Knicks 8, Lakers 6. We've noted already that Bill Bradley for New York and Gail Goodrich for Los Angeles have to be key people in a game that has as much pressure on it as this one.
And they both do a similar type of job. They both are at their best, moving without the ball and just shooting. They both play pretty good floor games, but Bill Bradley needs a good shooting night, and so does Gail Goodrich.
Chamberlain goes to the basket, misses the shot. He could not muscle Reed, and Willis gets the rebound.
Reed's beat him down.
New York goes to a 10-6 lead.
Now, in a game like this, you have to be very careful because one of these teams, the competition is so tough that one of the teams can blow the other one out in a very short time. And so a dream can develop almost before you know it.
Goodrich is 1 for 4 from the field. Bradley is 3 for 3. West against Frazier, and Walt misses. West gets the rebound, gets it out, throws it away. Lakers didn't look. Bradley and Walt Frazier were right there. And Monroe hits it. The Lakers careless, throw it away, and New York comes back with an answer. It's 12-8 Knicks with 6:10 to go first quarter. Goodrich. Rebound Frazier. Goodrich now 1 for 5. Chamberlain comes out to Reed this time. Bradley. Bradley's 4 for 4 in the ball game. 5:55 to go.
And he is off to that good start. They're going to have to make an adjustment on him one way or the other.
Shot blocked by Reed. Chamberlain has it. Puts it up. Missed it. Rebound goes to New York. Nixon about to take command of this ball game. Taken away from Bradley. By McMillan. West. Nope. Goes down far. Ball's knocked out. New York the ball off Chamberlain.
Hey, West is going to put the knock out. I would have to see.
Here's the play. The run and route. Reed's running around pretty good. To 8 the score. 5:25 to go, first quarter. DeBuscher. Bradley puts it up, loose ball foul. Somebody going up over Bradley's back.
I think it's Bill Bridges.
Bill Bridges. That'll be his.
Now Bradley is screened out. He got good position there, and there's the foul. Now both these teams are emotionally charged. And it seems that at this point, maybe the Knickerbockers are just a little more charged up because they have set the tempo of the game. I think it's safe to say that the tempo is there.
Westfield Monroe's pass. On a break to Goodrich.
I think Jerry West had sat there waiting for that one, but he knew that was coming.
Almost steal it again. Monroe from the corner.
Just take that.
Earl is 2 for 4. 4:35 to go now. First quarter, 16-10, New York. Goodrich loses. The ball is checked away by Monroe. Frazier against McMillan. 18-10. The Knicks open up an 8-point lead.
And I think that the Lakers better regroup because they haven't started this game very well.
McMillan misses. Rebound to Willis Reed. Reed has 4. To Busher. Chamberlain. As the Busher failed his iron with a shot, Chamberlain has 5 rebounds.
Now, Willis Reed is doing something interesting. He's contesting Will Chamberlain on the rebound, not so much on the rebound, but on the outlet pass to slow down the Laker fast break.
Now 18-12 on Jim McMillan's basket. Another key Laker. He didn't score much Tuesday. He's 2 for 5 so far in this game, but 3:25 to go in the first period. 5 seconds on the timer as Frazier shoots and misses. Rebound to McMillan. Bridges. Chamberlain tip. The Busher rebound. Frazier holds against West. Reed comes outside.
And they are shooting very, very well.
Willis Reed 3 for 5 from outside. 2:45 to go. First quarter. Knicks have 20. Lakers have 12. Foul.
Bill Bradley there.
Personal time call Los Angeles. 2:41 to go in the first quarter of play. And the New York Knicks start quickly, moving the ball well. Lead by 8, 20-12. Let's take another look at the turnover by the New York Knicks that resulted in the Los Angeles fast break.
Now, Keith, what Jerry West did, he's seen coming in there. He stood right outside that passing lane. He was sitting there waiting for that. And it's a funny thing that Bill Monroe could not see him. And it's a funny thing, but you can actually hide out there on the court if you get out of a guy's vision or out of that passing lane.
Is that why a lot of coaches say to a lot of fellas sometimes after the game, where's the pen?
I was out there somewhere.
Los Angeles has the ball. Now Keith Erickson is in the lineup, replacing Jerry West. Chamberlain takes it in. Reed got a piece of it. Erickson rebounds it, puts it up and in. New York's lead now is 6 points. 2:25 to go. First quarter. The Knick lineup remains the same. The Lakers making the 2 changes. Happy Hurston and Keith Erickson coming in. Reed outside. The Busher keeps it alive from Bradley. It won't go. Chamberlain gets it. New York leads by 6 with 1 for 6 from the field. Going to the bucket tonight. Reed has played it tough. They go back to Chamberlain. He looks for McMillan. McMillan can't get through. Chamberlain goes in.
Look what happened now. He was looking for the pass and turned around and nobody between him and the bucket. And I was looking for somebody to pass to. He didn't run. I think he'll go ahead and do this.
20-16. Darryl Garrison whistles a foul. Happy Hurston against the foul. His first tonight. Got him back in there. Hurston had knee surgery back in December 12. Shortly thereafter, he was injured on December 12. Good pass back to Reed. The Busher. This is the Howard where Reed keeps it alive, but McMillan gets the rebound. Willis
when he tried to go baseline there. Hey, Whitbank, there's going to be a lot of guys bruised tomorrow.
Right. Missed it. Chamberlain has 8 rebounds in the ball game.
The Lakers are going for one shot. They're going to run the clock down. We got 16 seconds on the timer there.
Into Chamberlain. Ball on the way. Knicks have done it with 6 seconds. Monroe breaks. Scores. Basket. McMillan fouled him. So the Lakers throw it away. Take a look here as Monroe got loose. McMillan didn't put much on him. He just kind of came down there and he just tried to get away from him, just brushed him going by, but Earl was airborne at the time and contact at that point. Almost automatic. So with 4 seconds to play, New York leads at 23-16. Long pass to Harrison. Hook shot is up by Happy, air ball. At the end of the first quarter, Los Angeles scores only 16 points. The Knicks have 23. 23-16 ball game. The New York Knicks have the lead as we go to the second quarter of play. Los Angeles keeps Hairston, Bridges, Erickson. West comes back and Chamberlain on the floor. I'm a little surprised, Bill, that Bill Sherman is using Happy Hairston this much because he wasn't particularly productive the other night. And tonight he's taken 2 shots and he hasn't touched the iron with them.
Well, actually, he doesn't have to score that much. Where he usually scores anyway is on the fast break. And if he gets that going, then he takes off sometime when he sees that the center's got the rebound. And he's a pretty good defensive rebounder. So he actually doesn't have to make a lot of shots to be effective.
Erickson controls it for Los Angeles as Chamberlain takes the tip. New York's lineup remains the same. And we got a foul whistle on Earl Monroe of New York. It'll be a common foul. They'll take the ball out of bounds. Let's take 5 seconds for our local stations to identify themselves right after this shot. And it's a 23-18 ball game. Now let's take the 5. Shooting 28% from the field so far in the ball game. 28%. Primarily because of New York defense. The shots have been within range. Erickson against Monroe. He's bigger than Earl. Can't get it. Loose ball foul call should be Erickson. That's his first person. Not substituted so far. Going to the second quarter of play. Willis read outside. Shoots it over Chamberlain. Rebound West. Deep to Chamberlain. Deep under the bucket. Has to come back with it. 3 seconds more. The Lakers turn it over. Los Angeles has coughed it up 6 times. New York 5, Bradley out. Bill Jackson comes in for the Knicks. Jackson number 18. The pace is slow here at the start of the second quarter. Jackson against Hairston. Reed on the switch. Erickson.
What do you call freezing? He went in and he offered the ball to Will Chamberlain to get him up. And then he put it in a slow pump. You call it, take the shot motion to freeze it so that he has to react. And then when it is actually trying to lay up, this is the way he did. Now here's the shot again that I was just talking about. See, now here, he's going to offer the ball here. See, there's the offer. You see, now, you got him there, then he keeps going. You see, now actually what he did was just give a pump, but he actually went for that was one motion, but it's broken by the fact that he pumped.
Happy Hairston made the basket, but called an offensive foul against him. New York will bring the ball in, leading by 7 points, 25-18, and 10:20 to go in the second quarter. Willis Reed looks at Jackson going by. Can't get it to him. Busher coming back around. Monroe open and score. Willis just been there watching him come by, and somebody picked and got loose. And it happened to be Monroe, who has 9 points in the ball game. Erickson's in the corner. New York up by 9 points. West gives it to Erickson. With 3 on the timer. Misses. Rebound to Busher. Knicks doing a good job on the backboard against Wilt. Reed outside again. Starts the procedure, and again it's Monroe. This time Monroe misses. We've got a foul. Loose ball. Bill Jackson. He looked a little open for that rebound.
Yeah, real open. He might nudge somebody a taste.
Knicks shooting 44%, the Lakers only 28%.
The Knickerbockers are not shooting exceptionally well. Although the Lakers are.
Chamberlain gets it up. And a foul. Willis Reed called for it. Take another look. Kept the contact, gave a little nudge when he went into the air for a shot. That's what got him called.
And this is the longest free throw in basketball. Right here.
Jerry Lucas comes in and Willis Reed goes out. A change for New York. Chamberlain goes to the line. Has 8 rebounds. He's 3 out of 8 from the field for 6 points. His first trip from the line tonight. He was the leading percentage shooter from the field in the NBA this season. To go in the second quarter. The New York Knicks are leading 27-19 in game number 5. Knicks with a 3-1 edge, and New York goes away. If New York wins tonight, they will win the NBA championship, dethroning Los Angeles as NBA champion. Only one other team has ever won the championship on a foreign court. That was Boston, 1969. They won it here. Because the big guy to my right had a muffin night. Chamberlain puts it up. Lucas or Jackson both there.
I think he intends to do a little scoring tonight. So he worked at that one.
Foul is on Lucas. New York has 14 fouls here in the second quarter with 8 minutes and 44 seconds to go. So from here on, Los Angeles will be in the bonus situation at the foul line. The Lakers have only 1 team foul. Three-point play. Now, New York leads by 5. Chamberlain 11 for 27 from the foul line. Hit the shoot. Lucas is outside. Give it to Walt Frazier. Shoots it up over Wilt. Hairston has the rebound. Lakers now trying to make a move. They were down by 9. to 2 in the final quarter. Monroe, nice shot by Earl the Pearl. And the lead goes back to 5 at 7:45 to go. Earl Monroe has 11 of New York's 29 points. Bridges against Jackson. Foul. Missed the basket. Jackson fouled him.
You know what has been a trend in this series is the team that's ahead seems to do more fouling than the team's trying to catch up. And I think in 3 of the previous games that has been the case.
Time is called on the floor with 7 minutes and 36 seconds to play. In the second quarter, Bill Bridges will have 3 to make 2 and play resumes. 29-24 Knicks lead. Both teams still in their huddle with New York leading 29-24, 7:36 to go, first half. Points come hard for the Los Angeles Lakers against New York. They averaged 112 points per game during the regular season against the NBA, but against New York they averaged only 98 points in splitting the 4 games with the Knicks. Now we have lineup changes. New York sends in Dean Meminger replacing Earl Monroe. Bill Bradley comes back. Bill Jackson goes out. Gail Goodrich is back on the floor for Los Angeles, replacing Jerry West. Bill Bridges, 3 to make 2, makes the first one. New York leads by 4. Now 3. Bridges 16 to 19 from the foul line during the series, so he's had very good success there. Meminger is number 7. New York in blue. Knicks lead by 3. Bradley against Chamberlain. Can't put it up. DeBusschere can. Rebound. Meminger got a foul. Dean kind of sandwiched 2 Lakers together. Foul called on him. That means they will shoot. Backcourt foul. And it'll be a penalty coming up now as Los Angeles goes over the 4 foul. New York goes over the 4 foul limit. Los Angeles will be shooting now. All fouls against the Knicks. Goodrich on the line. Porter is now 5. He's 2 for 8 from the field. He can pull the Lakers within 1 point of New York at 7:21 to go. It's DeBusschere against McMillan. Way outside. Chamberlain got a little piece of it, but Bradley gets the rebound. Missed it. Lakers on the move. Goodrich on a break. Didn't get the ball to him. Against Meminger. Got a foul. Offensive. Goodrich.
Here's the foul here. What Meminger is trying to do is just hold position. There's the foul right there.
First personal Goodrich does not count as a team foul. It's a turnover instead. Los Angeles still only 1 team foul. 6:50 to go in the first half. New York leading by 1. Chamberlain comes out on Lucas. Jerry has the ball. Frazier can't find the shot. Lucas on a switch gets it. Jerry Lucas. Now the range on that shot about 26 feet. That particular one. 31-28 New York. McMillan lobs to Chamberlain. Wilt turns against Jerry. Force out. So Los Angeles will keep the ball.
There's on the line right there.
No foul, just a force out. Inside. Nice play. Goodrich now 8 points in the ball game. New York leads by 1. 31-30. 6:10 to go first half. Frazier gives it to Lucas. Erickson almost took that ball away from him. Bradley way out. Missed it. Rebound. Chamberlain kept it alive and knocked it out. Long pass. Give it to McMillan. Los Angeles threw it away. McMillan trying to get rid of the ball and avoid the offensive foul. Lost control of it at a critical time. 31-30 Knicks. 5:40 to go. inside on Lucas. Frazier trying to get away from Erickson. Just enough. Knicks by 3. McMillan. Nope. Rebound Chamberlain. We have a foul. There's the rebound and there's the foul. Dave leaves. Jackson comes in for New York. Memminger's out. Monroe is back.
People here in Los Angeles complaining about the fact that Chamberlain hasn't been scoring very much. It looks like he's going to have, if he doesn't score tonight, it won't be because he hasn't put the ball up. That's right.
He has 10 points in the ball game. 5:21 to go first half. Here's the bonus now. Missed them both. 33-30. Monroe brings it up against Gail Goodrich. Against Bill Bridges. Lucas now. Jackson back in the lineup. Pat Garrison stops it. 3 seconds against New York. Both teams are making a lot of mistakes, but there's a whole lot at stake in this ball game. 8-7 turnovers. Winner gets $100,000 for this series, loses $65,000. Benefits. 3 seconds called against Chamberlain. Took too long. That takes care of the money side of it. But there is the factor called pride that has no price. Jackson on a drive. Shoots it over Chamberlain. Goes to Bridges on the rebound. Inside the Bridges. He's walking around. That's what happens when you've got a man in contact with you and you start trying to back in. He started it before the dribble and he took 3 or 4 little steps.
Now the Lakers are playing what you would call a 3-man offense. They're not running a lot of set plays. They're running down and just by playing with each other, they know what the guys like to do, so they know when to set picks. Things like that, but they're not running a set plays at this point. They're using a 3-man offense right now.
Lucas hits another howitzer from outside. The Knicks lead goes back to 5. Jerry 2 for 2 from out around 26, 27 feet. Goodrich. McMillan. Jackson. 3:50 to go in the first half. Low scoring so far. Tough defense. Tough ball game. Lucas to Bradley. Nope. Rebound McMillan. New York wins it. It's all over. Time at 70. Trying to get it back at 73. Shot misses. He's fouled.
He's in the offensive board pretty well. Now, what the Liverpool going to have to do is they're going to have to screen him out a little more.
Yeah, but aren't they taking the considered risk when he is in there? They'd rather foul him than give him that slam dunk if they can.
Well, the only danger in that is you get too many guys in foul trouble for one thing, and then the Lakers are now in a penalty situation, so that every time it's a foul, they get to shoot it. And so that the fouls that, if they foul him early in the quarter, for example, the non-shooting foul, and then when you get later in the, early in the quarter, you got every foul, the 2-shot foul.
Right. Chamberlain misses at the foul line. Jackson has left the game, and the Wisher has come back. Jackson has 3 personal fouls. Chamberlain 10 points, 3 for 7 from the foul line. Here comes the bonus. 35-33 ball game. Wilt has 11 rebounds in this game so far. He's at 4 out of 9 from the field. He's so far back. He's standing very much in the almost out of it. 35-34. saved it. Los Angeles, you have 7 seconds on the timer. Goodrich over Monroe. Distant to Busher rebound. 35-34 ball game, 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. If there is a 6th game, it'll be played in Madison Square Garden Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. Frazier hits another one. All 8 points, 4 out of 10 from the field.
And the Knickerbockers seem to be able to answer every time the Lakers make a run at it. They seem to be able to come up with something.
Goodrich takes it in. Foul, basket count. We could have a tie. We had a lot of ties early in the first quarter, and New York pulled out to a 9-point lead, and now Los Angeles has a chance to catch them. Take another look as Goodrich tries to get through. And Monroe fouled him, his 3rd personal. 2:07 to go in the first half. The New York Knicks 37, Los Angeles 36. 37-36 ball game. Commissioner Walter Kennedy right there. Gail Goodrich will come out with a free throw and have a chance to tie it at 37 if he can make the free throw. The last tie we had was early in the ball game at 6-6. Scoring, Chamberlain with 12, Reed with 6, and Lucas with 4. The 3 big men, if you want to put it in that vernacular. Bill Bradley made the first 4 shots he took from the floor tonight for the Knicks, which got him off to their big lead, but he has missed his last 5. New York sends out now to Busher, Lucas, Frazier, Meminger, and Bradley. Los Angeles comes back with McMillan, Erickson, Goodrich on the free throw line, Chamberlain, and Bridges. Tied at 37. Los Angeles still with only 1 team foul. 2 minutes to go in the first half.
I was saying, this is not a very high-scoring game.
Oh, that's say not. Bradley. No, he's missed 6. Cleared out for Goodrich. Knicks back in a hurry. Gale double team. In trouble. Gets it to Bridges. Running hook short. Rebound Frazier. They did a nice job on Chamberlain that time. He wasn't anywhere near the board. Trying to break it away to Meminger. The pass was too long.
You know, at this rate, they're both teams will be in about the middle 80s.
We've had 1 game already, you know, within the 80s, 87, 83. Chamberlain. Rebound to Busher.
If there's any shot that the Knickerbockers like to see him taking, that's the shot.
The Busher missed it. Lucas tipped it in. Ball slid right across the back iron and right into the hands of Jerry Lucas for an easy tip. Luke's 3 for 3. New York leading by 2 with a minute to go as Goodrich puts it in.
His shooting is heated up pretty much. He was kind of cold start the game. He's 1 for 4, but then after that he's been shooting pretty well.
He has 13 points. We're tied at 39. Lucas has to unload it as McMillan came to get him. Bradley. Nope. He's missed 7 straight. McMillan turned the rebound. Inside the Chamberlain goes into the lane. Finger rolls it up. No good. Rebound to Busher. Chamberlain screams at the officials for a foul. Frazier gets it up in the air. No. Rebound McMillan. Ball back to the Knicks. All alone. He'll slam it. Knicks have the lead for the first time in the ball game. 12 seconds to go. 41-39.
And the Knickerbockers misread the clock. They thought they had time and ran out. They rushed the shot, and they didn't have to.
Lucas misses. Rebound to Los Angeles. The half is over. Chamberlain for once got a breakaway. Watch this now. As it is cleared by McMillan, Jimmy spots him and loops it deep. At this point, don't get in the way. That big flash you see right there, flash bulbs from along the sidelines. Los Angeles leads at halftime. 41-39 halftime score. Los Angeles getting its first lead at the closing moments as the New York Knicks misread the clock and took a shot they didn't have to take. But it's the kind of a ball game, I guess, that's going to go to the last second.
Lakers started slow, but they're getting it going now. They're into their game now. The Knickerbockers start out pretty strong, but the Lakers changed the tempo. And one important thing is that with Chamberlain going to the basket, he's created problems for the Knickerbockers, foul problems more than anything else. And so they're going to have to make some adjustments on that. They're going to have to either keep him further away from the bucket or screen him out more because he's in the offensive board, which he doesn't usually do.
Well, now, screening him out, you're going to also... Jerry Lucas can't screen him out. He's going to have some help from DeBusschere. Reed probably can, but it's going to put an awful lot of wear and tear, and as you said, probably get Willis in foul trouble.
And the other thing they probably will do is when he puts the ball on the floor, the guard's going to have to go at it when he's got it, because he has a habit, before he makes any moves, he puts the ball down. And they have to, one of the ways they could change it would be to go in after the ball then while he's got it down.
Okay, 41-39 at halftime in the ball game. I'd like to take just a moment, too, ladies and gentlemen, to express publicly and to you our appreciation, those of us who do appear on camera, for all of those gentlemen who work so long and so hard behind the scenes, people, some of whose names you never hear, some whose names you do see and hear, but all of them. We think we're at ABC. We have the finest collection of technical men and engineers and people who make it all hang together for anybody in the business. We're very proud of them. We thank them very much. Our score here at halftime at the Forum in Inglewood, California, 41-39. Los Angeles leading New York in NBA basketball championships. Game 5 being brought to you by Allstate Insurance Companies. For insurance to protect your car, your home, your life, health, and business too. Talk to the good hands people. By the Miller Brewing Company, brewers of Miller High Life. If you've got the time, we've got the beer. And by Sears Tire and Auto Centers, home of the Die-Hard battery and the Sears steel-belted radial tire. 24 minutes of basketball left. We'll get it going. The individual scoring at halftime for the New York Knicks. You look at the leading scorers, you're right. You do not see Dave DeBusschere's name up there. David had 33 points Tuesday night. In New York's win, he has not scored a single point so far in the game tonight.
And I think Jerry West has either.
Well, we'll check it. You're right. He's 0 for 5 from the field. So two of the big guns for the respective teams have failed to put their names in the scorebook so far this evening. With Chamberlain totaling 14 and Goodrich 13. And in the last 8.5 minutes of the second quarter, the Lakers outscored New York 23-12. We start the second quarter of play with the Knicks in the blue, sending Willis Reed into the tip against Chamberlain, and Los Angeles controls the tip with West back in the lineup, and he promptly loses control of the ball, trying to pass it inside, and Bradley takes it out for the New York Knicks. New York has Monroe, Frazier, Bradley, DeBusschere, and Reed. Los Angeles, Bridges, McMillan, West, Goodrich, and Chamberlain. DeBusschere still doesn't have a point. Bill Bridges has the rebound for Los Angeles. David 0 for 6. Goodrich on a drive. Leads it back. And McMillan picks it out of bounds. So Los Angeles has come up with a couple of very careless turnovers to start the third quarter. And that's the quickest way I know to get yourself in trouble against the New York Knicks and start turning it over. Frazier lobs it, gets away with it. Reed has it. On Bill Bridges. No one has 4 so far for either team. Jackson has 3 for New York. Willis Reed at the top of the key. Wheels away from Chamberlain and carries the ball over. Run over New York.
The Knicks are starting slow. The Lakers are going to roll away twice, but the Knickerbockers are not moving very well at this point offensively because they brought down. They have not gotten a good shot. And the key to them getting a good shot is mobility, and they haven't moved very well at all.
McMillan puts it up. He forced the shot under heavy defensive pressure and didn't get much of the rim. Here's DeBusschere with the shot over Chamberlain, missed it. Rebound Willis Reed puts it outside. Bradley, and Bill Bradley gets the first point. The tie at 41. Here in the third quarter. McMillan against Bradley, gives to West. Jerry got it.
His first two of the night.
So West is in the scorebook, but DeBusschere is not. Monroe misses. Rebound Chamberlain. 43-41 Los Angeles. Lakers coming up with the ball. West against Monroe. No. Rebound Reed. Frazier now runs him a little bit coming out of backcourt. Bradley now starting his deep circle round as Frazier drops one in to tie again at 43. Frazier steals the ball and scores. The Lakers went to sleep. Against Frazier. Walt takes it away from him, gets it back. Jimmy hasn't handled it cleanly yet this quarter. Got a foul on Dave DeBusschere. Third foul on DeBusschere. Watch this play now. West passes it in to Goodrich, and Frazier just slipped in there and picked his pocket. Got a foul called on Willis Reed of New York. You knew a technical was obvious and Red Bozeman, the Knicks coach, got it. Now Chamberlain will go to the line as Goodrich makes the technical. 45-44. Chamberlain will shoot 2. 14 points, 13 rebounds. He's going to break something. He's 4 out of 9 from the foul line. Missed that one too. Rebound Reed. Willis is mad. 45-44 Knicks. 9:20 to go third quarter. Reed outside. Yes.
That's the best way to take out your ankle.
That's not his normal spot either. He went deeper in the corner for it. New York by 3 with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. In the Chamberlain. Takes it in. Gets Reed up. He did a number on Reed that time. He had Willis popping.
I think Reed was expecting a finger roll. And that was not exactly a finger roll.
It's called a broken arm if he gets away. Frazier on the drive. And Darryl Garrison calls a foul on the drive. Take another look at this move by Chamberlain. Take that. 47-46. Foul on McMillan. Time is called by the New York Knicks with 8 minutes and 38 seconds to play. Knicks came to the Forum tonight in Los Angeles, leading 3-1 in the series. They lead the game 47-46. 13.
Knickerbockers had 51 field goal attempts, the Lakers 50. And so there's a major difference, and I think the reason for that is primarily tonight is Chamberlain is getting a lot of fouls, and so that they end up in foul trouble. Knickerbockers end up in foul trouble much earlier than they would ordinarily do.
Bradley gets the foul on that play, and you won't see Walt Frazier miss 2 free throws very often either. That's the second personal foul on Bill Bradley. 8:20 to go, third quarter, 47-46 New York. Chamberlain bounces the ball, trying to backdoor it. Bradley picks it off. Frazier on a drive. Loses control. Holds his balance and makes the shot. Walt now has 14 points, 7 out of 13 from the field. Jerry West working the baseline, reverse good. Knicks lead by 1. On that exchange of baskets, both teams look good. And Frazier trying to get it going, kicked it out of bounds. back to Willis. Reed loses control. Bradley picks it up. Got it.
Well, he broke his dry spell. You know, he went for a long time without making anything.
They missed, I think, 8 shots at the close of the first half. 12 points now for Bill. West way up. Nope. Rebound to Busher. 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Fast Reed inside. Good. Reed got away from Chamberlain, outran him down the floor and had position. 10 points. Willis got a foul. Offensive. Goodrich. Elbow.
This is definitely a contact game tonight. They've been mixing it up pretty good. But nobody wants to back off, man. So it's hard-nosed, tough, not too much strategy, but hard-nosed. Now, the big guy here has been causing problems, not ordinary problems for the Knickerbockers. They usually worry about him defensively, but tonight he's causing real problems for them offensively because he's managed to get him in team foul trouble early. And at this point, they have 3 team fouls with 6 minutes to go. And so they only got 1 more foul before they start shooting. And the Lakers can early in the game, in the quarter, be shooting free throws. And this could create real problems for the Lakers.
Reed misses the shot. Long pass down toward to McMillan by Bridges. Gives it out to West. Over Reed. Yes. New York's lead is 1 now. West is 3 for 10. Lakers come up with the ball. West. Earl Monroe comes out with it. Jerry had a good unmolested shot from the foul line and missed it. The Busher. That's a checked away, but Bradley saved it to New York. Big imagination. 5:45 to go in the third quarter. McMillan loses the ball. McMillan's going to butterfingers here in the third quarter. Monroe gets it.
Now right there, you saw Jerry West. Ordinary, he would have caught Earl Monroe, but you could see him limping on it. Those are the kind of plays where he hurts. And the injury really bothers him on the defensive plays.
Los Angeles has turned it over 16 times. New York 12 times. Gail Goodrich responsible for 6 of those Los Angeles turnovers. West again. Missed again. Rebound goes to DeBuscher. Beat Bridges. West is getting his shot, but he's not making it. Frazier. Rebound to West. McMillan. Got it. Lakers cut New York's lead to 1 again. With 4:45 to go in the third quarter. 10 points for McMillan. Bill Bradley. Good. Bradley has 14 points in the ball game at 4.5 minutes to go. New York again by 3. Secondary gives it back to Bridges, who misses the shot. Reed rebounded. Willis has got a bunker. Ball knocked out by Bridges. Harrison comes into the Los Angeles lineup now, and Jerry West the lead.
It looks like he might have pulled that leg a little bit when he's trying to catch Earl Monroe in that fast break, because I noticed him pull a limp a little bit.
Willis Reed, 10 rebounds. Jerry West leads, hitting 3 for 12. Frazier. Foul, basket count.
You know, he's on the quiet way out. Pretty good basketball game.
He kind of stumbled into it. Ball now is a 3-point opportunity. He this quarter. He has 17 for the game. 3:55 to go third quarter. Knicks up by 6, 60-54. Offensive foul, 3 personals on Erickson. That's the 3rd team foul on the Lakers. So both teams now have 3 team fouls with 3:45 to go in the third quarter. Frazier against Erickson, and Reed is way outside. Looks at the pusher. Got a mismatch in there with Goodrich trying to hold him. Reed makes the shot. Now the Knicks lead by 8. New York has run off 7 straight points. Goodrich. Good. Now let's pause 5 seconds for our local stations to identify themselves. We have a foul call.
WABC TV, New York.
No foul. Just a momentary timeout.
What caused that last good shot there was that there was a man free, and 2 guys went after him to make sure that they got back in time. And it didn't work out that well.
Chamberlain, another rebound. The Lakers come up. Wilt now with 15 rebounds. New York leading 62-56. Out of bounds, Los Angeles keeps it.
I think Willis got run over a little bit on that play. Runaway box off.
Take another look. Here's Chamberlain turned for the basket.
Crunch. And then Willis gave it the Emmy performance, too.
He helped a little, didn't he? 2:45 to go, third quarter. 62-56. The Knicks lead. Mel Counts has come into the lineup to join Wilt Chamberlain on the front line for Los Angeles. It's the first appearance of the night for Counts. So they have Counts, Chamberlain, Erickson, Bridges, and Goodrich. New York comes back with Bill Jackson, Willis Reed, Walt Frazier, Bill Bradley, and Earl Monroe.
Now, what turns the game around? Why would the Knickerbockers come from 2 down to go 6 up? The Lakers at this point in the second half have not been doing things that they did the first half that worked for them. Now, the one thing that worked for them in the first half was the fact that Chamberlain went to the basket a lot, and now he's not doing that much.
Oh, knocked away by Earl Monroe to Frazier. Coming up on 2 minutes now as Monroe gives to Reed. Nice pass by Earl. Long pass to Mel Counts. He loses the ball to Earl Monroe and fouls him.
Well, you might steal it, but you pay for it, I'll tell you. Here's a great pass by Earl Monroe. The same thing he does. He's trying to get Wilt up in the air and give it to Willis Reed for the layup. Now this will disturb most centers. And so the next time a guy comes in, he'll hesitate. And then the little guy can get the shot off. And the smart players realize that if you do that once or twice, the big guy isn't so anxious to commit himself. Because his man gets a layup and it makes him feel bad.
Backcourt foul, Earl Monroe will shoot 2, makes the first one. New York leads by 9 points, 65-56. Los Angeles has turned it over 9 times here in the third quarter. New York only 3 times. Oh, this is the second. Inside the Wilt. See what he does now from the line up. Gives to Goodrich. 65-58 now. 7-point lead as we go inside 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Knicks win it. It's all over. They win the NBA championship. Offensive foul called. Earl Monroe, the New York Knicks. That's 4 team fouls on 4 personal fouls on Monroe. That should be 4 team fouls on the Knicks. We'll need 3 team fouls, offensive foul, turnover. That's the 4th turnover for New York. Minute and a half to go.
After that,
call. Bill Jackson came around to make that steal.
You know, when Monroe went in, he checked and looked for the big fella. Is he around where I can go for the layup?
Bridges made the foul. Take another look at it. Watch Jackson come around now. Now 18.
See there, he puts the ball down. That's when the Knickerbockers have to go after the ball. But before he shoots, most of the time, he'll go down, put the ball on the floor. Monroe's missed 2 in a row.
Yep. 6 out of 12 from the field.
He had 3 chances to make 2. The Lakers had the penalty situation.
5 fouls, right? Rebound.
That's 2 out of 3.
66-58, an 8-point lead for the Knicks coming up on the final minute of the third quarter. Erickson gives the push. He is hammered. Question now, who did it?
I think they called on Willis Reed. And here's a pass in there. Shot taken. Four professionals, and probably see Jerry Lucas coming in now.
Willis unsettled on the call. Minute 3 to go, third quarter. Bridges on the line. 2 shots. Lucas unstruck in the jacket. He'll be coming. Bridges misses. The first free throw. He has 6 points, 2 out of 7 from the field. He has 10 rebounds. Reed leaves and Lucas comes in. Bridges gets one of them. Knicks lead by 7. Dean Meminger also comes into the lineup for New York, number 7. Inside a minute to go, third quarter. Bradley. Here's the Meminger. Nice ball handling by the Knicks. They move it. Easily. Stolen by Frazier. Got a foul whistle.
He done it a couple of times. I think he'll start looking for him a little bit. And you know what that does also? That kind of thing that Walt just did. It makes the guys take the ball out of bounds hesitate. And that slows down the fast break. All these kind of things that add up because you make guys react to you. And so what he's doing is throwing. Now they have to be careful throwing the ball in bounds. They can't, on the release pass too, they make the rebound this thing too. So that it slows down that half second that it takes to slow down the fast break.
Frazier on the line. Misses the first one. Los Angeles, 11 turnovers in the third quarter to only 4 for the Knicks. Walt with 3 to make 2. Now we'll get the bonus. Bridges leads with 4 personal fouls, and McMillan comes back. Rebound to Mel House.
And he missed 2 out of 3.
Yep. 10-point lead for the Knicks. Offensive foul.
Good job both ways. And Lucas did 2 things. They held good position, and he did a good acting job too. And you know, you see what happens if you do a good acting job. You don't just fall back and you go, "Ugh." No, he that way. Yeah, that way it really emphasizes so the referee has to say something.
69-59 now. New York leading by 10 as Chamberlain committed the offensive foul.
I just remembered how you do that, you know.
That's the second personal on goal. New York with the ball. Making the third personal on goal.
You know, what's really interesting to watch is Phil Jackson and Mel Counts guard each other, and neither one of them would be ball smooth.
Knicks is starting to tear them up now. 71-59 as Bradley hits again. Counts. Won't go. Rebound. Meminger. The quarter is over. So, the Los Angeles Lakers led 40 by 2 points. At halftime, trailed by 12 at the end of 3. Double checking the foul totals on Wilt Chamberlain. He has 2 personal fouls, not 3.
Now, the Lakers are going this last quarter 12 points down. They got to come back. And they can't fool around a lot of time either. Now, what they probably should do is try to go in the middle. And try to get the Knickerbockers in foul trouble early.
Goodrich misses the free throw. We got a jump ball between Chamberlain and Lucas. I'll tell you another thing they've got to get. They've got to get some scoring out of the front line, which they did not get in that third quarter. They didn't get it from McMillan, Bridges, nor from Counts.
Or Chambers.
34% isn't going to win you many ball games in the NBA. McMillan missed the shot, got a foul though. McMillan will shoot two.
Now, what the Lakers need to do is to try to get the Knickerbockers in foul trouble there.
Willis Reed's been out. He's been resting quite a while. Chamberlain wheels inside, rolls it up and in. New York's lead is 12 with 8 minutes and 10 seconds to play in a ball game. Chamberlain with 18 points and 18 rebounds.
The Knickerbockers will use the basket right now.
Frazier against West. Leave it to Dave DeBusschere. Take it in. They let him alone, and he just danced right on in and scored.
And hurt his ankle.
DeBusschere has sprained an ankle. His first points of the night. DeBusschere is down. McMillan puts it up. Won't go. Rebound Bridges. He's fouled. DeBusschere is down with a severely sprained ankle. Time will be called for it. 7 minutes and 44 seconds to play in a ball game. Dave DeBusschere is going to be out of it with a severely sprained ankle. Really hurting. David just scoring a bucket, and it was a big one to make him 1 for 8 in the ball game tonight. His first points of the night. And it may prove very expensive. He has 8 rebounds. The Knicks are leading by 14 points. It's going to take some kind of a massive miracle to even get Los Angeles back in this ball game. You always hear people say, well, there's a lot of time, but I don't believe that. I don't buy it, that there's a lot of time against a team like the New York Knicks, because they have great, great boys. They just don't give it to you.
Now, Red Holtzman, a couple of things that he can try if Phil Jackson gets in foul trouble and Dave DeBusschere can't play anymore. He can actually play putting Lucas and Reed and Bradley, or he can play Walt Frazier in the front court and use Memminger and Monroe in the back court. Because Walt Frazier is big enough to guard a guy like Jim McMillan. He couldn't do it over a full game, I don't think, but in a situation like this 7 minutes ago, he could possibly do that.
Well, the way it's the expression on Dave's face, and he's something of an Iron Man, I guarantee you, when he submits to that much expression, you know he's hurt. 79-65. The New York Knicks have committed 5 team fouls now, and every time Los Angeles goes to the line, they'll be working under the bonus situation. Bridges up there. Misses the second free throw after making the first, and now he'll get the bonus, and DeBusschere's going right to the locker room. That could be a broken ankle, or it could be ligaments torn. And he's getting a standing ovation from the Los Angeles Lakers fans. And he deserves it.
You know, this is a different kind of ovation. They're not screaming and yelling. They're applauding.
Out of respect.
Exactly.
All right, Bridges gets his 2 points. He has 9 in the ball game. It's 79-67. Knicks are up by 12. The lowest total for Los Angeles this year was 78 against Chicago in the playoffs. The shot by Bradley, no good. Rebound. Jackson keeps it alive, and Frazier gets it. .7:20 to go in the ball game. Bradley missed it. Rebound cleared by Goodrich. Frazier's on Goodrich. And switches off to pick up West. Now you see, Walt Frazier, in fouling Jerry West that time, had Goodrich onto the defensive boards. Stumpy slipped away and started up court. And then Dean Memminger never did get in the defensive flow. So Frazier went from Goodrich over to West.
And when you're catching up, that's when you get the fouls a lot of times.
Right. West on the line with 8 points. Now 9.
And the Lakers are making a mild move right now. They cut it down with this free throw. It makes it down to 10 points from 14.
West will get the
That's the way you catch up, is a little bit at a time. You can't catch up all at once. You can't reel off necessarily. We don't have to reel off 10 or 8 straight points. What you try to do is pick up 1 here, 2 there, 1 there. And Lakers just went off 6 straight. In a very quiet way, though.
New York leading by 10 as we come up to 7 minutes. Knicks led by 21 Tuesday night in the middle of the third quarter. Jackson, good. Bill Jackson. His first points of the night. Goodrich against Meminger, Chamberlain. McMillan. Good. 6.5 minutes to play in the game. Meminger. Basket count for a foul, and Meminger.
That hurt bad.
He's quicker than you might think. He comes up, changes gears on you, and then turns it on. Watch here. He just simply got away from Goodrich and took it home. 3 fouls on Gale. Got big strides for what would be considered a little guy. Time is called. Meminger with a chance to make it a 3-point play with 6 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in the game. New York 83, Los Angeles 71. Meminger will go to the line. Chance to make a 3-point play. 5 points. And in the series, he hadn't scored in 6 to 2 minutes in the first 4 games. He just came up with a real big bucket right there. Jackson and Meminger, 2 reserves, getting the last 4 points for New York. Goodrich pumps it up. Jackson rebound. Frazier will take his time. 6 minutes to play in a ball game. 84-71 Knicks. 5 on the timer. No. Chamberlain has the rebound. 5:45 to play. McMillan. Basket count for foul call. That's 5 personal fouls on Bill Bradley.
You're on a 2 for 1 now.
McMillan will have a 1+1, 2 to make 1. However you like it. 16 points. Makes the first one. 3-point play for McMillan.
And they're back to 10.
10-point lead, New York. Busher very badly sprained ankle. He's gone to the locker room. Frazier running it down against West. 5 seconds. Missed it. Rebound, Chamberlain. 20 rebounds for Chamberlain. Goodrich against Meminger. Meminger fouled it.
And here we go. They're starting to, Lakers are making a move now. After he makes these 2 free throws, an 8-point ball game with 5 minutes to go, and that's not a very big lead with 5 minutes to go.
Willis Reed is back in the lineup. Bill Bradley goes out for New York.
Now, if the Lakers can pull this game out, they're in pretty good shape with Dave DeBusschere injured. You know, that would give them a tremendous advantage in the next couple games.
I would say so. 9-point lead, New York, as Goodrich sets for his second free throw and 5:06 to play in the game. Goodrich has 20 points. Coming up on 5 minutes. 5 minutes to play. New York by 8. Reed against Chamberlain. Inside Jackson. Won't go. The rebound. Reed has it. Taken away by McMillan. Then to Goodrich against Lucas. Shoots. Nobody to rebound if he misses. It's a 6-point ball game. Knicks have gone conservative. Had a 14-point lead That has shrunk now to 6 points with 4 minutes and 26 seconds to play in a ball game. And New York calls time. Hang on. We'll be right back. No, rebound, yes. Loose ball, foul ball, they wave off the basket. Darryl Garrettson waves off the basket. Bill Bridges fouls out of the game. Bradley got it. Bill Bradley. Dale Goodrich puts it up. He answers. 3 minutes to play. 4-point ball game. 86-82. Earl Monroe brings it up. Goodrich with 26 points. Monroe working against Goodrich. Chamberlain cuts him off and knocks it out of bounds. Since New York had its big lead of 79-65, the Lakers have outscored them 17-7. Reed. Willis Reed hits a bucket to make it 88-82. 2.5 minutes to play in the ball game as West works outside against Frazier. Just got it over to McMillan. Back to Erickson. Rebound. Picked up by Bill Bradley. There's to Willis Reed. Here's Earl Monroe. West fouled him. That may do some pressure off.
That was some move because West, a good defensive player. Monroe, that's a dangerous pass. Here's where he gives it to him. He gives him a whole lot of motion here. And that big hoop there. He makes this and makes a 9-point lead with 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go. And also the Lakers are in foul trouble too. Both teams got 5 fouls, so they're shooting free throws.
Each team with 3 timeouts. Bill Jackson foul.
Now, that was not a good foul.
He has 4. Here's a replay on the foul.
I see a foul like this. He's hustling. But a foul like that is when this time when you push up to a real conservative defensively too.
Jim McMillan. This is the first one.
That helps.
He missed the coat. So,
Seen a lot of free throws missed tonight.
oh yes. Coming up on 2 minutes to play in the ball game. Frazier breaks loose. Gives it back to Reed. Lakers knock it out of bounds.
That's Willis Reed made the right move, and he just didn't get the handle. But what he did, he saw Frazier going, and so he going toward the basket. So just when the big guy picks the guy up, you got to give him a place to release.
Jackson against McMillan. Reed puts it up. That'll do it. That may do it. 11-point lead. New York has scored 7 straight points. West, he hits one. 47 to play. Clock stops on every foul. Lakers steal it. Here they come right back to trail by 7. Reed now calls for a foul. And Chamberlain will go to the line as Reed works here, as you see in the replay. Slams and Willis up trying to get it. Hit him on the arm.
And that was the guy took the ball out of bounds. If you don't have anybody to pass to or there's too much traffic, you should call timeout. At a time like this.
Chamberlain 4 out of 13 from the foul line. The second one gets a 3-point play, and it's a 6-point New York lead with 1:46 to go in the ball game. Not over yet. Frazier against West. Coming up on a minute 35 to play in the ball game. 10 on the timer.
Actually, the Knickerbockers could use another point.
3 on the timer. Monroe got a foul. Got Got a foul called with 1 second left on the timer.
Now he could use, they could use one of these.
Chamberlain gets his third personal.
They could use at least one of these free throws.
1+1 for Monroe. Minute 23 to play in the ball game. 94-87. 7-point lead. Monroe has 19 points. Now 20. He made both. 8-point lead. Goodrich gets it out of the corner. Hits it. People are beginning to move out of the forum. A lot of them, maybe a third of them, started to leave when New York came back with that run. Ball is stolen by Chamberlain. Given to Erickson. McMillan gets the basket. 95-91, a 4-point ball game. Lakers are pressing full court. Knicks get it over. 59 seconds as we go inside a minute. 15 seconds on the timer, clock running, 50 seconds. Foul Erickson. Monroe will go back to the line.
Hey, one thing the Lakers aren't giving up.
That's Keith Erickson's sixth personal foul. He's gone, so he joins Bill Bridges as having fouled out of this ball game. New York trying to win it, and winning will mean the NBA championship for them in 1973. Pat Riley will come in for Los Angeles. He's played very, very little. In fact, none, I guess, against New York. None. First appearance against the Knicks in the final round. One makes the first one. Earl is at 7 out of 10 from the free throw line. Dean Meminger coming in. Phil Jackson going out. A change for the Knicks.
Now, what they're going to do is have more ball handlers out there because because they know the Lakers are going to be full court pressing, and they need ball handlers just to get the ball out of bounds and get it up court because they don't really have to score again. I don't think if he makes this at 6 points, if they can use up the clock twice, then they can still win by 2. And so that they need ball handlers to get the ball up.
52 seconds to play as Monroe misses the second. 96-91 Los Angeles. Controls the ball off the shot and calls time.
They will see some aggravation here. Nobody's going to be able to relax until it's all over.
Lakers bring it in at half court.
Now, they put Phil Jackson to play defense. I expected the Knickerbockers would call timeout when they get the ball so they can put a defensive team in there.
Goodrich lost the ball. Goodrich lost the ball. Willis Reed picked it up, and now the Knicks have it with only 40 seconds to play, and they lead by 5, and what a big play that was. What a big turnover that was. McMillan against Monroe. 30 seconds to play in a ball game. 10 seconds on the timer. Knicks running the clock. Earl Monroe. Bucket here, it's over. Chamberlain blocked it. Goaltending called on Chamberlain, and the New York Knicks have won this basketball game, and they have won the NBA championship. Phil Jackson has the rebound. 13 seconds to play, and a foul called in backcourt.
And we have some new champions for the NBA.
Knicks won it first in 1970. And they've come back now to win it in 1973. They lost last year to the Los Angeles Lakers 4 games to 1. Won the first one, the Lakers won 4 in a row. The Lakers won the first one this year, and now New York is going to come back to win 4 in a row. Jackson makes the free throw. The final score is academic. Take a look here at one of the big plays in the ball game. Knicks have 100 points. If Jackson makes both free throws, the ball just got away.
Actually, Monroe knocked the ball loose from Goodrich.
Frazier picks it up down court, gives to Earl, and it's tipped in by Jackson. 3 seconds to play. They give it down court to Chamberlain. He drops it in. 1 second to play. 1. Knicks are hugging each other and having some fun, but they inbound it. The clock goes, and the game is over, and New York has won the ball game.
To the locker room? I don't even know how to get there.
He's on his way to the locker room. That's where he's going. The New York Knicks headed for the quiet of their locker room, having won the NBA championship 4-1, 102-93, beating the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, New York tonight is only the second team in NBA history to win the championship on a foreign court. The Boston Celtics did it here in 1969 when they beat the Lakers in a 7th game. And now New York has won it in the 5th game, 102-93. Los Angeles won the opening game here, 115-112. New York came back to win the second game here, 99-95. Then it was 87-83, New York, in New York. 103-98 in New York for the Knicks. And tonight here in Los Angeles at the Forum in Inglewood, New York wins it all, 102-93. Don't forget this Saturday on ABC's Wide World of Sports, you'll see the Indianapolis 500 time trials and the World Wrist Wrestling Championships. And also this Saturday and Sunday, the Colonial National Invitational Golf Tournament live from Fort Worth, Texas at 3:30 p.m. Sunday at 4:15 Eastern Daylight Time. And we'll be in the locker room talking with the victorious New York Knicks in just a few moments. The executive producer of NBA basketball is Roone Arledge. Tonight's game was produced by Jeff Mason, and during the season, Don Ohlmeyer was our producer as well. Our directors for the season tonight, Larry Cam, Lou Bopacelli during the year, and our technical director tonight, John Allen. Vern Hendrickson worked with us during the season. Don't forget, we'll be in the locker room in just a few moments. Now this is Keith Jackson along with Bill Russell at the Forum in Inglewood, California, and NBA basketball has been brought to you by Ford and your Ford dealers. See all the better ideas for 73 at your Ford dealers. By Champion Spark Plug Company, maker of better plugs for everyone. And by Men & Skin Bracer, the morning aftershave. Its skin tighteners and chin chillers wake you up like a cold slap in the face. Travel arrangements made through, promotional fee paid by United Airlines. Chosen for travel by more sports teams than any other airline. 102.93, back in a moment.
Come on and take time out and pull up a smile.
I was very happy about it.
Here's Bill Bradley right by our side, and Bill, a great game. Congratulations to you.
Thanks a lot, Bob.
What, to you, the highlight of the series against the Lakers?
At this point, I don't know. I just know how I feel. It's unlike anything that I feel, except the last time we won. And it's really the reason you play. You play for this kind of feeling. I think we worked hard. We deserved to win. We were a smart team out there, and we never gave up. And we made fewer mistakes, and that's why we won.
Yeah, the mistakes were a big thing. You play like professionals, the turnovers on the other end.
And, you know, I've always said that teams are not 1 or 2 or 5 guys even, but 9 and 10 and 12 guys. And this series sure proved it all the way down the line. We had guys coming in off the bench to do very good things and intelligent things.
Bill, let's talk about your games. You had big games against these guys. For years, the first few years of the league, you didn't show too much on individual moves. In the last couple of years, especially this year, I think I've noticed you making the type of moves you made in college. Now, what brought about this change at this point?
I was listening to an LA radio station last week, and an interviewer called in and said, what's the matter with Bill Bradley? He said he plays a little cautious, too cautious. Didn't play as free as he did in college. And so this series heard that and decided I'd try to make some moves.
Bill's show there. Walt, come in here, if you will. Pardon me. Here's the man with those quick hands who want a job. Walt, you were just taking that ball away, and when it counted, how do you feel about it all?
Yeah, I feel great, man. Really, I'm glad the season's over, and now I can get some rest and take a vacation.
Hey, listen, I'm glad you're here. I've been kidding Walt the whole series that I've been telling him he didn't show up for the games. And, the first game he had one of his disasters, one of the few in his career, I might say. And
that just goes to show you nobody's perfect, Bill.
Well, I was worried about that. Well, I thought you were going to be perfect and really shake the thing up. But I want to tell you something that you know how you played. But, to me, it was a real pleasure to watch a guy under pressure perform a game in and game out, having to play 48 minutes, and most of the time the backcourt men don't play that long. To play with no rest, not let the things bother you, and always keep you cool. And that's what champions are made out of.
That's true. That's what you used to do, and I think I have some of those same qualities.
Oh, yeah, you got a lot of them, Walt.
Yeah, right.
Well, let's go to the remarks. Go ahead, Walt.
It's not as great as winning it the first time, and I think a lot of people are surprised that we did win it, but the team had confidence all year that we could do it, and we played like we knew we could. You know, we did the things we had to do, and we pulled it out. So
one thing about Walt, I noticed you never changed expression even with the loss. It was the same as the win. I think it was the mark of the team. They took the ups and the downs and stayed right.
I think that was the experience of the team and the poise, not cracking under pressure. Because no matter how things, you know, how bad they look at sometimes, I know they always get better.
Walt, congratulations, world champion. Here's Dean here. Dean Reminger, Phil Jackson coming over. Here's the man who kept the acceleration on. Dean, you made a vital three-point play in there, killing down fast. Phil, congratulations.
Thank you.
Big series.
A lot better than sitting on the sidelines watching 1970.
You came through one of the big stars of the series. You saved your big ones for the end.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dean, how do you feel about it all?
Basically, it's an incredible feeling. You know, I felt the team played great the whole series, and Phil made a hell of a contribution in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I just feel everybody played well. You know, a lot of people counted us out as being the champions in 1973, but we felt that we could do it all.
You know, an amazing thing is the way that Red used all the players. Used you, Phil, in the big spots. Used Dean to bring the ball down quickly and keep it.
Well, the whole thing, Bob, about that is he plays everybody all year round. Everybody gets the experience. He's a very good coach. There's no doubt about that. One of the finest I've ever seen. And when you have experience on the bench, you can come in and play everybody in the clutch situations.
You were ready when needed. You were used to pressure in the event.
Now, Phil, you know, Dave DeBusschere got hurt tonight, so we are having trouble getting him on here. But I want you to say something about the way Dave played in the playoffs this year, just in the playoffs.
Well, Dave is one of the most solid ball players in basketball. He gives you 100% every night. He's a defensive standout. There's no doubt about that. Offensively, he had about 3 great games for us, and he's a clutch ball player. What can you say more than that?
That's enough. That's what champions are made of.
You spoke to Dave about a chance to get with the crowd. How's
I think he's going to be all right. I spoke to his man. He said he's fine.
Okay. Well, he doesn't have to worry about it for the rest of this year. That's for sure.
All right.
Yeah, it'll be a nice short summer for you now. See, but excuse me, by the time you get to enjoying it, it'll be time to go back to work. See, the long summers are when you lose. And then you have to spend the summer explaining why. Then you came through with that big clutch bucket when you needed it. That's the kind of player you are. So congratulations. And Keith, you got it.
Thank you very much. It's a happy bunch. They deserve it. They played extraordinary basketball. I emphasize again, it's a team of unusual poise. A brilliantly disciplined, brilliantly coached basketball team, and they have won their second NBA title, beating the Los Angeles Lakers tonight, 102-93. And they won it in 70, come back to win it in 73, beating Baltimore to get into the second round of the playoffs, beat Boston in 7 games, and took the Lakers out in 5. Willis Reed of the New York Knicks has been named the MVP in the championship series. He will receive a new automobile from Sport Magazine. I'd like to pay special respects to Terry O'Neill, who was our statistician during the season. And so that's the story of NBA basketball. And from all of us from ABC Sports, you have a nice summer. Keith Jackson here at the Forum in Inglewood, California. This has been an ABC Sports presentation. ABC Sports presentation.